Sellers, we're in contract. Now we're in business. This is exciting, but don't get too excited yet. We got to go through the contingency period. So what's a contingency? A contingency in an offer is when the buyer and the seller have an accepted offer, but the final sale is contingent upon certain criteria being met. Contingencies typically fall under three main categories: inspections, appraisal, and loan approval. During the contingency period, the buyers have time to do their due diligence and learn the ins and outs of the property. They usually have a home inspection, a pest inspection, a roof inspection, and a pool inspection if there is one. Also, if there's land involved and there's a septic system or a well, they can choose to do these inspections as well. Another inspection is the appraisal inspection. This is done during this time frame and is required to get full approval. The purchase contract is written with these contingencies in place and the time frame on which they're due. Typically, the contingency time period can be between 7 and 17 days, give or take, depending on what's being negotiated between the buyer and the seller. Also, during these time frames, the buyer can back out of the home if they're not happy with what they discover on any of the reports, disclosures, or inspections. The buyer can ask for repairs to be done or credits from the seller in lieu of repairs. We try to avoid this scenario by negotiating agreeable terms for both parties. Also, for some reason, if the buyer isn't able to qualify for the home loan fully, or if the property doesn't appraise, the buyer can also back out. Now, as a seller, you got to understand that if the home doesn't appraise for the contracted amount, the lender will only loan on the appraised value. If this happens, the buyer either has to come up with the difference in one amount in one way, or we may have to negotiate a new purchase price and agree upon that number between both parties, the buyer and the seller. So I always advise my clients not to start packing their bags until all contingencies have been removed. Once they're removed, we've got a little relief and assurance that the home is actually going to close, and then you'll be moving soon. Listen, this is Noel. I'm with Homes by Noel. And remember, always helping. My goal is to be always helping people make smart real estate decisions. Hope this information helps. Thanks so much.